She's so fine. Hell of her, blows my mind. Hell of her, lights my day.
What's good, guys? Today is November the 24th, 2020, Tuesday. And I'm kind of shocked, honestly, that I haven't heard more about this crime because this is a big deal. It says police looking for killer in Chicago after woman found strangled in woods. I brought it to my channel and it didn't go over good, and I don't understand why. Like, this is a huge deal. This article was updated on November the 9th, 2020. This is the picture of the Midlothian Meadows Forest Preserve. A 22-year-old woman was brutally attacked and killed in a nature preserve near Chicago, and police are looking for the killer. Vanessa Ceja-Ramirez was at Midlothian Meadows Forest with her mother and a friend on November the 2nd, according to the Associated Press. The three women were walking one of the preserve's trails when Ceja-Ramirez decided to go back to the car about halfway through the walk, the AP reported. But at some point between leaving her mother and the friend and reaching the car, Ceja-Ramirez was attacked. That was not initially known, however. For 2 days, all that was known was that Ceja-Ramirez was missing. When her mother and the friend returned to the car, Ceja-Ramirez was not there, and she was unreachable by phone. Her mother filed a missing persons report describing her daughter as 5'5" and 115 pounds, with brown eyes and long brown hair with bangs. Quote, "Please help me find my daughter," end quote, the flyer said. The worst possible outcome was realized when Ceja-Ramirez's body was found, and the medical examiner said she'd been strangled to death. We'll come back to that tweet. On November the 4th, a group of volunteers who were helping in the search efforts at the preserve found Ceja-Ramirez's partially burned body, according to the Daily Mail, who reported the medical examiner said the college student was killed by ligature strangulation and had been raped. However, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office told Heavy they are only allowed to release preliminary information at this time, which is that Ceja-Ramirez's death was ruled a homicide by ligature strangulation, which means to be strangled with a cord, rope, or something that can be wrapped around the neck. Fox News reported the young woman was also set on fire, as did well-known Chicago community activist Andrew Holmes. He told ABC 7 in Chicago, quote, "Basically, the information we have obtained, Vanessa was strangled, she was tortured, very shocking. No one should have to go through torture or getting beat and burned," end quote, Holmes said. Ceja-Ramirez's body was found about 4 miles west from where she was last seen in the Bremen Grove area of the park, the Chicago Tribune reported. Investigators picked up a ping from Ceja-Ramirez's phone near an apartment building 2 miles away from where she went missing in an area called Oak Forest, but, quote, "a police canvass found nothing," end quote, ABC 7 reported. A killer is on the loose in Chicago, but police won't comment on whether they think it's the same person who strangled more than 50 women since 2001. Come back to that tweet. With the investigation being open, the Cook County Sheriff's Office told Heavy they won't comment on the case outside of the statement they released on November the 5th, which can be read at the bottom of this article. The statement does not allude to any clues as to who they think could have committed such a heinous crime. According to CBS Chicago, there has been a pattern of unsolved murders by strangulation in the Chicago area since 2001. Quote, "Their bodies have been found in vacant lots, abandoned buildings, and alleys. Some were dumped in garbage cans, and some even set on fire, all of them strangled," end quote, CBS Chicago wrote. The news organization enlisted the help of the Murder Accountability Project during their investigation into a possible serial killer stalking Chicago. The Murder Accountability Project found in a review of more than 50 cases of strangulation or asphyxiation killing from 2001 to 2019, quote, "It's essentially a serial killer detector, and for many years our algorithm has been signaling red alert about a series of strangulations in Chicago," end quote, Murder Accountability Project Director Thomas Hargrove told CBS Chicago. In those cases, the women were usually prostitutes or drug addicts. And while Ceja-Ramirez didn't fit that mold, she was a teacher's aide and college student who went on walks in the woods with her mother. It stands to reason that serial killers are opportunists. The slain woman's uncle, Alejandro Villegas, described his niece to ABC7 saying, quote, "She's just somebody that we believed in, that had our future in her hands, just like most of our kids here. She was a sweet child that was humble, smiled, shy. She was a good person, and she just didn't deserve any of this," end quote. The Cook County Sheriff's Office is asking anyone with information about what happened to Ceja-Ramirez to call 708-865-4896. You can read the full statement from the Cook County Sheriff's Office below. And we're going to do that. Yesterday, an autopsy conducted by the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office determined that Vanessa Ceja-Ramirez, 22 of Harvey, died of strangulation and her death was ruled a homicide. Ceja-Ramirez was reported missing on Monday afternoon after she disappeared from the Midlothian Meadows Forest Preserve. Cook County Forest Preserve District Police, with assistance from the Sheriff's Office and other local law enforcement agencies, searched the Forest Preserve on Monday evening. A Sheriff's Police K-9 unit was able to detect a scent trail, but the trail dissipated and the search was unsuccessful. Cook County Forest Preserve Police continued their missing persons investigation until Wednesday afternoon, when the body of Ceja-Ramirez was discovered in a wooded area at the Midlothian Meadows Forest Preserve. At that point, Sheriff's Police opened a death investigation at the request of Cook County Forest Preserve Police. The investigation is ongoing, and anyone with information about her disappearance or death are asked to please contact Sheriff's Police detectives by calling 708-865-4896 or via email at detective.division@cookcountyill.gov. Let's go back to these tweets. Alright, here's the first tweet. It's from Chicago Missing Cold Cases, at Shy Missing Cases. Body found in Midlothian Meadows Forest Preserve has been positively identified as Vanessa Ceja-Ramirez. Our deepest condolences and prayers are with her family. Hashtag Vanessa Ceja-Ramirez, hashtag Midlothian, hashtag Midlothian Forest Preserve, hashtag Illinois. That is a picture of Vanessa Ceja-Ramirez. And the other tweet, it's actually just a flyer. It just says Missing Person Awareness Network. And then it says located deceased. And there are several pictures on there of her. I mean, this is such a huge deal. It says update. It is with a heavy heart we must report that Vanessa Ceja-Ramirez has been located deceased. Our deepest condolences to her family and all who knew and love her. It goes on to talk about how she came to be found, etc. It's just terrible. I've been saying this all along. Something bad's going on in Chicago. And people need to open their eyes. I'm telling you, it can happen anywhere. I'm going to leave on this note. But, yeah, this to me is just a huge deal. A strangulation is something very personal. So you guys have a great night. Thanks for watching.